as I be sparking and busting mad like inside the dark, call me Bill Snatcher. Just the brother for the rapture. I hang live, holding on strong, hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred.
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is a time of the month where a lot of the content that we talk about here on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. I know I've been talking additional anime related stuff because of Boruto episode 204, but don't get it twisted. Between the 15th and the 28th of each month, that's more than likely going to be content that's going to be spoiler heavy, or it's going to be a speculation video that's based on manga spoilers. So if you're a new subscriber here, just something to keep in mind going forward. But with that being said though, if you're still here, then I'm assuming that you guys are all caught up with the Boruto manga and you do not care about me talking about spoilers. So jumping right in, I gotta say, man, we are in a situation where Naruto Uzumaki's days really feel like they are severely numbered, because we're in a situation where Naruto no longer has Kurama, and if you take Kurama's words at face value, which it really feels like the fandom is very split on, Kurama said that you're no longer going to have that superhuman ability that you did before. And so people are saying like, hey, that means that because Kurama was the one overseeing the sanctuary where all the Biju gathered, because Naruto had chakra from all 9 Biju, this means that when Kurama ended up dying, the entire sanctuary died with him because he was the one that oversaw it, which means that Naruto's been depowered even greater than a lot of us have actually anticipated, because that means that he no longer has access to his 3 Kekkei Genkai. That means he no longer has access to the additional Biju chakra. And so factoring that in, you're now in a situation where you have Eida, who has an overpowered ability with her Senrigan, which allows her to see everything that's happening all around the world at the same time, as well as everything that has happened up to the date of her actual birth. And then she also has the ability that Amado put into her body, to where she's able to actually control the hearts of people and make them do what she actually wants. Well, you have that, but you also have Eida as a character who, by her own admission, she's not that good at actual taijutsu. She just has the bare basics, and Naruto is a taijutsu master, which means that Naruto in theory would be a bad matchup if it wasn't for that ability to sway hearts. But I don't see Eida being somebody that goes into an actual fight with Naruto, which means that you have the character of Code, somebody who, without his limiters, Code is not stronger than Jigen, but once he gets those limiters taken off, he will be stronger than Jigen. And the reason why that's so important is Code right now, he knows everything that's happened with Naruto, because Eida has the ability to see all things that happen all around the world at the same time. He knows that Naruto's lost a huge chunk of that power, and Code even now, looking at Naruto's like, hey, I could probably kill him now, but I'm not too sure. And so he's taking these additional steps, and that's why he's activated Eida out of that pod that Amado had her in, and then he's also gone after her little brother. Her little brother has basically Meliodas from 7 Deadly Sins full counter ability, to where any physical attacks that you do on him, any bloodlust intention, gets reversed back on you, and he can actually use that against you to actually kill you. You're now in a situation where 2 out of those 3 cyborgs have enough power to potentially kill Naruto. Really, Daemon has enough power. Code, once he gets the limiters off, but as Code is right now, he's not sure. And even Code is smart enough to say, I don't know if I can take Naruto and Sasuke at the same time. Amado even throws it out there a little bit and says like Naruto would probably die, but Amado also says we're in a situation where we don't know how much power he's lost after losing the power of the Nine Tails. And so you're in a situation where even Amado isn't sure, and Amado's the one that took Code's body and actually scientifically enhanced with ninja tech. He knows the full capability of what Code can do right now, because he's the one that took Code from being a normal human being to being a human being with those artificial enhancements, and he also knows the power boost that Code gets with the Karma Seal, and even he's looking at it saying, I don't know if Naruto can win. So the reason why that's so important is you're in a situation where Code's already said to Eida, I want to kill Naruto. I'm going to kill him as a way to actually hurt Kawaki. I'm going to kill him because he took Isshiki away from me. There's nothing you can do to actually talk me out of this. And I'm so excited to actually see this battle unfold, because on one hand, it does look like, hey, Naruto's days are numbered. But on the other hand, because Naruto's so unorthodox and because Code himself is so unsure if he can actually defeat Naruto, and he's so worried of being somebody that has the tables turned on him like Delta did. The thing is that now you're in a situation where if that battle takes place and Code makes a mistake that Delta did, where he goes in there, he has his head a little too full, because just as Delta had a hot temper and she was very bratty and she was very easy to manipulate, Code is also in a situation where, because he's going to be so enraged with facing the person that was essentially responsible for Isshiki Otsutsuki dying, Naruto could play those head games with them and actually control the flow of battle. That could be something that actually works right there in Naruto's favor, especially when you consider the fact that Naruto as Hokage does have Sage Mode, which means that he could use Frog Kumite. The only thing is that he just has to actually stay inside of Konoha or those surrounding areas. If he's in a situation where Code is able to actually use the Karma Seal and transport him to another dimension, if he does that, Naruto can't use it because Naruto's not going to have any nature energy to actually draw from. So if they can keep the battle in basically this plane, this dimension, Naruto does have the ability to use Sage Mode, and that's enough of an actual boost right there to where Naruto should be able to more than hold his own, especially if Code can actually adapt right then and there. I think that that's part of the reason why Amado isn't able to actually factor in, because Naruto's Hokage hasn't really used Sage Mode like that. He's always relied on that power that comes from the Biju. So I think that that line was just ambiguous enough to actually put it in there for that reason. Now, the other thing is when it comes to the ability of Daemon, that's where things get tricky, because if Naruto does go at Daemon with the intent to kill, then he's dead. However, Naruto is not somebody that will take the life of a child without good reason. I think that even if Daemon's in a situation where this kid's out there and he's ravaging Konoha, I think Naruto's more likely to try and subdue the kid before killing him. I think that it's got to be in a situation where Daemon is getting ready to almighty push, destroy the village like Pain did, before Naruto's in a situation where he's like, okay, this kid's gotta go. And so if he's not fighting with that intent to kill, I think that Naruto might be able to get around Daemon's ability, because it was very specific. It was saying that Daemon's ability can magnify the amount of bloodlust that somebody has when you try to attack him. So my thing is that should be enough right there to where, as long as he's not fighting with bloodlust and intent to kill, Daemon's ability should not actually work, because the way Eida described it was very, very specific, and the way that Kishimoto writes, the devil's in the details. So I think that there are actually a couple of ways around Daemon's ability right there, and I think that that is something that does work in Naruto's favor. Now, with all that being said though, if Daemon, unlike Eida, actually possesses that raw power that puts him over Jigen, then Naruto's in for one hell of a fight. And so this is why I'm calling this video Naruto's Deadliest Battle, because you have a character in Daemon who has an overpowered ability that's basically a walking counter for everything Naruto needs, and then you also have the character of Code, to where Code's gonna be stronger than Delta, and you're in a situation where we don't know if Naruto's Sage Mode is going to be enough to actually make up for that power gap. And I think that Naruto's battle with Code is going to be one of those things that ultimately makes Code want to kidnap Amado and have those limiters taken off of his body. I think that Naruto's going to be the thing that pushes him, because experiencing that failure is going to ultimately be the thing that pushes Code to making such a drastic decision like that. However, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think about this? Do you think Naruto in his current state can actually defeat Code? Or do you think that even using Sage Mode, that's not going to be enough for Naruto to bring down Code? Or do you agree with me that this is going to be a battle to where Naruto's gonna go up against Code, and essentially Naruto's gonna actually defeat him, and that's gonna make Code want to have those limiters taken off, and that's why, say, Eida or somebody's gonna take Amado and have the limiters removed. Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.